Can you meet the eyesight requirements prescribed for the driving test? To that question on the driving license form, can you say yes with certainty? Your eyesight matters more when you drive. You live through your eyes. But are they telling you the truth? Is yours a soft focus world? There's an intelligent remedy. See your way to safety. Motoring makes special demands. It demands a vehicle in top condition, regularly maintained. It demands a driver with good eyesight, regularly maintained. When you passed your test, your eyesight was good enough. But that might be 10 years ago, and eyesight tends to deteriorate. You may think you can see as well as you did, but you won't know for certain until you have your eyes tested regularly. See your way to safety.
Oh, motorists, it's dangerous passing nervous beasts like us. Flapping canvas, brakes that squeal, a careless movement of the wheel. The noise and rush of all this speed may terrify the quietest steed. For faster travel, I've been rejected. It wouldn't really feel dejected if men would sometimes feel remorse and spare a thought for me, the horse. To all our riders on the road, use signals of the highway code. Slow in advance and drive with care. Please don't cause a sudden scare. We ask your help. We ask your care. Go slow near horses everywhere. Flesh and blood like you we are. But we're outside, not in the car.
When the valleys were virgin forest, you had to travel on the high ground, on the chalk. The ridgeways, they had their beginnings in the Stone Age. They were the Stone Age highways of Britain, highways that were to be used for many centuries to come. Today, there's a long-distance footpath, 85 miles long, running from Wiltshire to Buckinghamshire, called the Ridgeway Path, planned and waymarked by the Countryside Commission. The Stone Age men have long since buried their dead. But there have always been others to pass this way. There were forts built, and the Saxons moved their armies to battle on the Ridgeway by way of tracks called herepaths, the paths of the army. But the Ridgeway has not always been for the long-distance traveller alone. Local markets and sheep fairs were held until 1620 at Scutchamer's Knob. And as the importance of the Ridgeway as a highway declined, its lonely track was an ideal resort for cattle thieves. The ancient Ridgeway ended at Goring, where it dipped across the Thames. But the Ridgeway path goes on, following leafy local paths through the Chiltern woodlands. Then it finally swings up and out of the trees towards Ivinghoe Beacon in Buckinghamshire. The Ridgeway path, from Avebury in Wiltshire to Ivinghoe Beacon. If you want to know more about this and other long-distance footpaths, write to the Countryside Commission.
Gamp, wonderful example of active old age. Mr. Gamp, would you tell the folks how old you are? Come along, Mr. Gamp, wouldn't you tell us how old you are?
90. That's Nicholas.
And what, in your opinion, Mr. Gamp, is the secret of long life?
60 bites to every mouthful. Early to bed, early to rise.
Yes, yes, but no goat's milk in the morning, nothing like that.
Now, I don't get run down by them motor cars. Take a bit of care with myself, that's all. I've tried to tell the other people around here, but they won't listen. That's young Jim. He never looks where he's going. The motor cars will finish him all right. And there's Mrs. Gubbins. Fine woman, but she isn't much better than young Jim. I always says to her, Sarah, you'll come to a sudden end. And she will. Mr. Riggins, his troubles are he. Never has time to look where he's going. He'll go same as t'others. That's Mrs. Bone. She's the butcher's wife. She never will learn what pavements is for. And they'll get her one of these days. Mind you, it's good for the business. Me and my son's diggers up at the churchyard. But it wouldn't ever happen if they'd marked their highway code, like I tells them. Oh, they motor cars can't get me. I studied the book, and I use me common sense.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gamp. I'm sure the folks are much obliged. But you've forgotten about the old 60 bites, eh?
Well, yeah. You go off and study this here highway code and leave me in peace.
Check 4 for safety. Motorcyclists, check 4 things before you start. Check your light. Check your steering. Check your tires for pressure and for wear or damage. Check your brakes. Make sure they're working properly. Check 4. Maintain 4 for safety. Check 4. Motorists, check 4 things before you start. Check lights, side lights, headlights, rear lights. Check steering for undue play. Check tires for pressure and for wear or damage. Check brakes. Make sure they're working properly. 4 things to check and maintain regularly in your car. Lights, steering, tires and brakes. Check 4. Maintain 4 for safety.